Hi guys, let's learn a very unique poem in literature. It's about spider, its behavior, and its resemblance with human beings' behavior. This is something very interesting by one of the greatest writers or philosophers, Walt Whitman, 1819, 1892. And this poem was published in 1891. You can see close to his death. So have you seen a spider? I know you have seen a spider in your home. You will find spider's house or web in in any corner of your house. So we will see how does Walt Whitman reflects on the behavior of a spider in this poem. And the title of the poem is here, it's here down, A Noiseless Patient Spider. So the title itself talks much about this poem. Here is a spider, which is noiseless, because a spider doesn't make any noise. You might have seen at home if you look at a spider, or even there are many spiders, even they do not make any noise, and they are very patient. Because if you look at their web, their structure, their work, they seems to be working. They seem to be working, very, very silently, patiently, without any ado. It seems like that. So we will be looking at poet's understanding of spider and its connection with human being. This is the poem. Let's analyze it word by word, and I will try to annotate wherever it is required with some underlining. So let's move on to the poem. It says that a noiseless, it's an adjective used to describe a spider, a noiseless, patient spider. Spider that's noiseless and patient. You know that. No need to talk much about these two qualities of a spider, because when you look at spider in your home, they are very silently weaving the web, and they do not make any noise. They are very, they seem as if they are very patient. They are working very silently, very patiently. You don't hear any noise. You don't hear them talking. You don't hear them getting fatigued or tired, complaining. There is nothing at all, because they are uh, insect, and they won't tell you anything. Even if they are in pain, they will never tell you. But you look at their behavior according to Walt Whitman. One day he says that I means Walt Whitman. I marked, he observed. Where on a little promontory it stood isolated. He says that one day he marked this spider, which was noiseless and patient. One day it was standing on a little promontory. What is promontory? I'll just show you one picture. Uh, this is the promontory, a cliff, a rocky projection. So somewhere here, he saw a spider standing, isolated. See, when you see that spiders, when they work in team, they work at a distance. So they seem as if they are being isolated. But maybe they like to work like that. So there was just one spider, noiseless, this adjective talks about just one spider. So it was just isolated. It was working very silently, very patiently, and it was observed very minutely by the poet, Walt Whitman. He says, how did he mark? How did he observe? Marked how? To explore the vacant, vast surrounding, it launched forth filament, filament, filament out of itself, ever unreeling them, tirelessly speeding them. Now, here he is talking about the work of a spider. First, it explored a vacant place, then vast surrounding everywhere, because they don't do it in a hurry. First, they have to see the suitable place where they can weave the web. And when they found it, when they find it, what they do, especially here, a spider, it means that spider, a noiseless spider, it launched forth. It threw, you can say, spit out filament, filament, filament out of itself, out of its body. You can see all these filaments spring. You can say it launched forth filament, 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 out of itself, ever unreeling them, tirelessly speeding them, reeling, unreeling, opening them tirelessly as if without getting tired, speeding them, doing it with a very fast motion, very fast, speeding them. So this is the behavior of a spider. This is the way a spider works. So in this first stanza of this poem, Walt Whitman talks about the qualities of a spider: a noiseless, patient. These are two qualities according to Walt Whitman in this poem. And then he says that he saw a spider on a cliff, small cliff. It was isolated. And what did he mark there? He marked that spider first explored vacant and vast surrounding, and then suddenly it launched filament and filament and filament. When it found that the place was suitable to do that, it did that. Unreeling them, the filaments were opening tirelessly without getting fatigued or tired, doing it very fast, in a very fast, it was a very fast movement, you can say. Now let's come to the next stanza. And you, now he comes to the main objective of taking spider in this poem and correlating its behavior with human being. He says, and you, oh my soul, whose soul? Poet's soul, oh my soul, where you stand. Spider was standing somewhere and doing its work, but he says, oh my soul, is asking question to soul, oh my soul, kind of embodying or personifying soul, where you stand, where you stand. Surrounded, you are surrounded in measureless oceans of space, ceaselessly musing, venturing, throwing, seeking the spheres to connect them. The job of a spider was successful. But here, what about the soul? He say, you stand, you are surrounded. There are a lot of problems in life, a lot of complexities in life. And this life is so vast. You are just musing, thinking. You are trying to do something, venturing. You are just throwing. And you try to seek the spheres to connect them. It happens, we nowadays we are talking about social distancing. This is a term which has been used a lot now. But in this poem, it's opposite of that. Our soul wants to connect to people, to things, You want to be connected. You want to be attached. So like the spider, it launched filament and it went wherever it wanted it to be, to some walls and some cliffs or some trees. So there was a kind of bridge, bridge. So there was a connection. So here, poet believes that his soul is out of touch. He wants to communicate with people. He wants to be in communication with people. That's why he's taking example of filament. The way spider throws the filament, same way he wants his soul to get connected to people, to things. And till when? Till the bridge you will need be formed, till the ductile anchor hold, till the bridge. So he wants to make a bridge between himself and other people so that he can go to them, talk to them, get emotionally attached, know them, be formed till the ductile anchor hold. For example, if you might have seen an anchor when ship ships are tired, so an anchor is thrown on the beach or on dockyard. There, the ship is anchored. Same way, he wants his soul to throw the anchor so that it can hold till the gossamer thread you fling catch somewhere. Oh, my soul. Gossamer is very thin material. You fling, you throw, catch somewhere, it get connected somewhere. Oh, my soul. So in last part, you see a soul will never fling any gossamer thin material, and that will get caught somewhere. But this is the property of spider. He is personifying his soul and says that, like the spider launched filament and got it caught to some place so that it can get connected, it can go there. Because you might have seen when you walk through forest or woods, there are so many filaments or webs woven by spiders. So you see that they walk on that small filament. They walk and they reach wherever they want to. They make it a kind of bridge. So he says that he wants his soul to make that kind of bridge on which he can walk and reach wherever he wants to go. So here in this poem, the message is again very lucid, very candid, and very clear. In first stanza, it is just all about spider, and the next stanza, second one, it's all about his soul. Hope you've understood this poem. I have just taken few themes which we will be discussing here. Themes now. First, the theme of one of the themes of this poem is isolation and struggle. There are so many people, they struggle and they're isolated. It's all about that. So you can just correlate isolation and struggle of a spider with your own life, with your soul. Then patience. Patience is required. If you look at spiders when they make a web, this is very beautiful architecture, but it needs patience, because they don't do it in overnight. They need time. They need time. They do it very silently, and what we do, we just bring the broom and just sweep this away. We are so rude and we are so brutal, but we want to clean our house also, so we just can't think about that much. But still, you see the patience, the level of patience in spiders. Then there is a strong urge to connect to people or to communicate to them. This is one of the themes of this poem. And the last one, the poet wants his wandering soul to be pacified, because soul is wandering, to be or not to be, to be or not to be. We are indecisive, what to do, where to go, and how to do, why to do, when to do. A lot of things in life, remember. So in this poem, poet says that, like the spider, objectives should be very, very clear very, very clear. It shouldn't be surrounded, so should not be surrounded by so many things and complexities and unnecessary ideas, and nothing comes out of that. But if you see the spider launching the filament, reaching its right place wherever it wanted it to be, and its job is done. Same way, poet says that his job should also be done, like the job of the spider. Thank you very much listening to my explanation. Hope and wish you good luck. And in future, we'll be having many more poems like this, and we will have very casual discussion the way which I've done now. Thank you.